Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Today I would like to present to you my book called Health Through the Power of the Elements. This book brings together knowledge and practices that through simple self-regulation techniques will help restore and strengthen your health. The foundation of this work is built upon the mechanisms and knowledge drawn from the theory of the elements with which we have worked deeply and extensively for many years. The elements are the forces from which all things in this world are woven, including the human body and the human mind. They are present everywhere. They cannot be grasped, yet they can be felt through the nervous system, through the sensations of the body. This book describes the most precious thing a person can possess, their own health. Sadly, we often begin to understand this only when our health has already started to fade or no longer reflects its ideal state. To prevent this from happening, one must learn to understand the physical body well and listen to it with great attentiveness. For it is not the organs that speak within the body, not the liver, nor the spleen, nor the intestines, but the minute elemental particles that permeate all that we have, all that we feel, and all that we are endowed with. These are the elements. They are present in the body in varying amounts and proportions. Most importantly, all these amounts and proportions must remain in balance. If this balance is disturbed, illnesses begin. First, they hint, then they appear. Because the body possesses a regulatory system whose function is to bring the elements into balance on its own. But sometimes it fails, or is driven into a state of imbalance. Thus, first and foremost, the elements help us understand and diagnose ourselves while keeping this system functioning properly. In this book, I explain what the elements are and how they are expressed in human consciousness and the subtle bodies. The diagram illustrates it in great detail. From there, we learn to awaken these elements within ourselves and to sense how each one differs from the others. In the Western European tradition, which we follow, there are 4 elements: earth, fire, water, and air. There is also a particular combination of the elements that forms a horizontal axis, air and water, and a vertical axis, fire and earth. When the horizontal and the vertical are joined, they create a familiar image, known to every human being who lives upon this earth, the equipotent cross. This is the symbol of balance, of harmony, of absolute health, and of alignment with the surrounding reality. It is also known to us as the cross within the circle. What else have I included for you in this book? I have described a self-regulation mechanism known as the activation of the vital rhythm, as well as its connection to the power of the elements. These are simple exercises that, when practiced daily, help keep the self-regulation system in a consistently healthy state. Like gymnastics, like brushing your teeth, they take very little time, but bring a great deal of benefit. Also described here are the general mechanisms that allow not only the human body to come into alignment, but also the world itself to be brought into balance, just as we bring ourselves into balance. These are the 8 festivities of the Celtic cross, the 8 points of the wheel of the year, all tied to the elements, 4 when they awaken and 4 when they fall into slumber. If a person is integrated into this world system, if they are attuned to its breathing, to its cycles of sleep and awakening, and if they breathe in and out together with it, together with the world, then they do not fall into dissonance with reality. And the world, in turn, will not place obstacles before them when they seek to draw from space as much energy and health as they need. We are all born at different moments within the wheel of the year, and this means that at the moment of the first breath, a particular balance of the elements is imprinted upon one's psychomatrix. This must be taken into account. This book also includes a chapter on the qualities of health and psyche, defined by the time of birth. And, of course, practices, and more practices. As I have already said, these forces can only truly be felt through exercises and practice. This book also describes methods of correction, ways to eliminate imbalance or elemental distortion, as well as techniques for quickly replenishing energy when strength is needed, or when recovery is required after great strain, or even after prolonged illness. All of this, too, is included in this book. This book holds a wealth of valuable knowledge. It is written for you. It is written for every human being. And I will be truly glad if through these practices you come to the long-sought state of well-being in both consciousness and body. Please do take care and stay healthy.